there, I'm Alex, and today we're going to have a beginner yoga flow. So this practice is meant for anyone newer to yoga, learning the poses. So we'll hold some of the poses to go over the alignment, and then I'll take you through what we do the first time with a little bit more of a flow feeling to it. So we begin. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes, and if you need to sit on a blanket or a cushion or a block, that's fine. We're going to start with the palms facing up, and inhale, reach the arms out to the sky and reach them all the way up. See if the palms can touch, and simply side bend the right arm down, reach your left arm overhead. So as you reach overhead, you might crawl the right fingertips down more, and I'm just mirroring to you right now. Your opposite hip, which over here it would be your left hip, is going to push down a bit. Okay, now circle the top wrist, which is your left wrist, circle it around, and take a breath and just now elongate through the fingertips. We're going to come up and reach that left arm straight up. Bend the left elbow, almost like you are going to scratch the back of your neck, and take your other hand and gently pull the elbow back. Lift your eyes up, lift your breastbone up. Breathe in. And now can you side bend one more time? Pull that over to the side and push down the left hip. Reach up. Now if you're finding you're really rounded in this, you probably want to sit on a block or a blanket, okay? Reach up. And cactus the arms like a goalpost. Bring the palms down. I'm going to change the cross of the legs. And again, if you're on the surface of a cushion, you can still change the cross. Okay, inhale, reach up to the sky, touch the palms if you can, and then side bend over this way. Reaching through the fingertips, and we'll circle the wrist. So this starts really simple, this sequence. I often do like to start really simple, organic building of the body opening, right? Take a breath, just reach long, push your right hip down. And now come up, reach this right arm really long. Stretch the hand down the back, take your left hand, hold the elbow, pull back. So just first, almost a little lift in the upper chest. Push your sitting bones down, okay? Now side bend over to the left again. Try to lean your head back a little bit into the forearm. Just opening this shoulder area. And now inhale, reach the arms up. Now we're shoulder width apart. Can you see how active my arms are when I reach up? We want to start to cultivate that too. Breathing through the nose. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, hands down. Now just roll the shoulders a few times. And we're going to just reach out and up one more time. Pull prayer to the heart. Change the cross of your legs again. So we keep changing that. And reach out and up. Inhale. Turn to the right. Exhale, twist. Gaze over your shoulder. Breathe in. And breathe out. Just hold this posture for a couple of breaths. And notice if your head is dropping. If your head's dropping, try to lift it up a little bit. So the crown of the head comes up. And then just turn the tip of your nose back a little to the back of the room. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Breathing through the nose. Change the cross of the legs again. Okay. Inhale, reach out and up. Look up. Exhale, twist this way to the left. And you can use this left hand behind you really to help prop the spine tall. And you can use this right hand to guide your body a little deeper in the twist. So if you keep doing this simple practice each day, you could repeat this one. Each time you might find the body memory starts to kick in, and the opening through repetition really starts to happen in the body. We create more flexibility. Okay, take one more breath with me. Empty it out. Inhale, face the front, reach up, and exhale to the heart. Okay, come now onto hands and knees. So we're gonna put our hands down. How we place the hands matters. So I'm gonna spread the fingers wide. The index finger points forward on each hand. That makes my wrist pretty much parallel to the front of the mat. So I'm not really turning the hands out. I'm not turning them in. I'm very aware of how the hands are placed. Inhale. Now for cow tilt, we're gonna lift the tailbone up, lift the shoulders back, and lift the chin up. So the belly drops down. Breathe in. Breathe into that. Now as you exhale, round the back like a cat. And that means the head drops. You look right at your navel or your thighs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round into cat pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round into cat. Okay, now make a flat back spine. We're going to work on balance here. The right arm comes forward, up by the head. Try to get it up by the head. Push down in the left hand. So rather than letting your body weight drop, push down so your shoulder supports the pose. See if your left leg can go back and you balance here. This is option 1. Option 2, we're going to add in elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, reach. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, exhale, reach. Go ahead and put your right hand down, left knee down. Cow, inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Flat back spine, try the left side. Be really clear. The left arm is up by the head. The right hand is pressing down, which makes your shoulders stronger. The opposite limb, which is your right leg, moves back. You can hold this or practice pulling your elbow under the body to the knee. Inhale, exhale, extend. It might wobble around. Inhale, exhale, extend. So we practice it. Inhale, exhale, extend. Hand comes down, knee comes down. So that wobbling around, if that's happening, is just your core starting to find itself. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Coming to downward facing dog. I'm going to move my hands forward a little bit. Tuck the toes under. So we press into the mat, and I'm also pushing the hand energy forward. Lift the knees, and slowly I'm going to pivot the hips up to the sky and see if the legs can straighten. You might need to keep your knees bent. So if you're really, really new, which this is all made for the beginner here, you might look up for a second. If you feel like your shoulders are doing this and you're coming forward over your hands, I need you to bend your knees, lift up your butt, and try to move your chest towards your thighs so that the back is a bit straighter. Okay. From here, let's inhale the right leg off the mat. Lift it up. Maybe you can even lift it pretty high. Take your right foot forward to a lunge. And I do like to remind people in a beginner class, if your foot doesn't make it, grab it, bring it up. If that doesn't work, put your back knee down, grab it, bring it up. So that you can learn how to have flow. You just have to have a few extra steps. Inhale, we're twisting. The right arm comes up, reach up. Here's your twist. Now push down in the left hand. Push down. Right arm comes overhead. take your right hand and grab the inside of your ankle. Move your left foot flat and take your left hand. See if you can balance, bringing your left hand to the waist. Turn your chest to the side. So just to review, you're holding your right ankle, your right knee is bent. The back leg is straight and the heel is down. Reach your left arm up. This is called side angle. Some of you might feel better if you pull your forearm up onto the thigh, including me. Take your left arm overhead. Good. Bring your hands down and go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up really slow. Exhale, left foot forward. I'm going to show the modify. Let's say my foot doesn't make it. I'm going to grab it, or I might even have to put my knee down, grab the foot, bring it up. So now you have lunge. Some people will even put their hand on a block. Okay? Left arm up. There's lots of ways to start to modify. The first few times might feel more clunky, or maybe the first 100 times. So we keep practicing. Left arm overhead. Bring your left hand down and grab the inside. I'm holding the inside. Drop the back foot flat. And then take your right hand to your hip. Now what I'm going to try not to do is let my butt go off to the side. Sorry about that, but that's the angle over there. I'm going to try to bring the left hip under. Right arm up. Now remember I said you could modify pulling your left forearm up to the thigh. Left forearm onto the thigh. Right arm overhead. One more breath. Firm your back leg. Bring your hands down. Go to down dog. So that is what we're going to practice. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the right foot forward. Grab it if you need to. Pause. Inhale the right arm up, twist. Pause. Next inhale, right arm overhead. Pause and breathe. Right hand grabs the ankle. Hold the ankle. Drop your back foot down. Lift up this left arm so your chest will naturally want to turn to the side. Your butt might want to stick back. Pull your butt under. That's part of the hip opening. Left arm overhead. The hands come down. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Pause. Bring your left foot forward to lunge. Grab the ankle if you need to. Everyone pause. Inhale, lift your left arm up. You pause there. Bring your left arm, reach it overhead and pause in that reach. Take your left hand, hold the ankle. Okay, drop the back foot. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Pause. Bring your right arm overhead and take your hands down. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come into a plank, top of a push-up. Put your knees on the mat if you need to. If you're really strong here, you might keep your full plank. That's okay. Watch your head, keep your head up. I'm going to put my knees down to show the modification. Energetically drag the hands back so the chest comes forward. A lot of people want to do chaturanga putting the forearms down, but that's not chaturanga. That's not the pose. Keep your shoulders over the hands. You might only bend the elbows an inch today, or some of you will go halfway down and then everyone to the floor. The thighs come down. Cobra pose. Notice if your hands came forward by your shoulders, put them back more in the nipple line. Point your toes. Okay, now listen, lift up your shoulder heads. Push your hands down and drag them back energetically. They're not really moving. I'm just pushing down and trying to move them back. Now point your toes more. This is Cobra. Breathe in. You're going to push up onto the knees. Push up. Now tuck your toes and come back, down dog. Okay, feel the head upside down. Maybe the most beneficial part of this practice is head upside down. We will walk to the front. You might take 3 steps, 4 steps, maybe just 2 steps. Get to the front of the mat. Inhale, hands up on the shins. So Ardha Uttanasana, this half lift of the chest, look forward and then fold. Inhale, reach up. My knees were a little bent. I like that to come up. Exhale to the heart. Okay. Do a standing side bend. Inhale, reach up. All this is right arm comes down by the side. And just reach down, feel that stretch and opening in the body. Push your left foot down. Inhale up. Left hand comes down, side bending. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart. Firm your legs, so ground your feet. Open the palms by your side. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Now look up if you can. Look up. And exhale, bend the knees a little. Fold over. Inhale, half lift. Hands come up onto the shins. Exhale to downward facing dog. So you'll need to bend your knees a little to get your hands to have contact with the floor. Inhale to plank. I'm going to modify putting my knees down. Keep the shoulders over the fingernails. Bend your elbows a little bit or halfway. Come all the way down. Cobra, lift the shoulder heads. Point your toes. Now we'll add on a reaching back. Arms reach back. Shalabhasana. Point your toes. If you can, interlace your fingers and push the hands back. Otherwise, keep the hands apart, or you could use a strap and hold a strap between the hands. Let's together take one more breath. And exhale. Bring your hands by your nipple line so you're in Cobra. Push back, downward facing dog. Head hanging. Deep breath in. Notice if your shoulders snuck forward. Bend your knees, lift your hips. Feet are hip width apart. Simple. Put your knees down. Cat-cow. This is a good thing to have if you ever do a practice and it's too much and you don't want to be in down dog for so long. You can release the knees for a moment as you build the strength. Okay? So now we're going to come through to sit. Come through to sit. And we'll work on just a little hip opening in a figure 4 stretch. So lie down on the back with me. Lie down. And I want to teach this to you where you use a little bit of your core strength to get into the pose. My palms are open by the side. Take your right leg, reach it up to the sky. Turn your leg out. So my toes are pointing to the window now. Place the ankle on your thigh so you have a figure 4. Now, this left side of the hip, I'm going to try to lengthen it. Like the left side of the waist got a little squishy there. I want to push the left hip longer, away from the armpit. Okay, I'm not going to touch the legs with my hands, but I am going to see if I can get the legs to come up. So this is pigeon on our back. And most of the time we reach and grab the foot or the leg. You might have to. You might have to grab the leg right away. Now we can grab it. So the left hand goes around the left thigh. The right hand goes around the inner left thigh. The direction of the pose, I'll see if this makes more sense if you can see this angle, is my left knee is going toward the left shoulder rather than going toward my forehead. I want to bring the knee toward my left shoulder, and I want the right knee to move away from the right shoulder. So it really is a bit more boxy. I'm going to use my right elbow to push that right thigh forward a little bit. You can stir the left thigh around in circles. And then the other direction. Yum. Hopefully that feels pretty nice in the body. It shouldn't hurt the knee. We don't want any knee pain when we open the hips. So I'm just rocking it side to side or circling it. Okay, hug your knees to your chest. Take a breath, and then just slowly place the feet down, palms open. In between sides, lift your pelvis about 2 inches off the floor and release it back down. Okay, so left leg, inhale the left leg to the sky. Externally rotate the leg. So the leg goes to the left, external rotation. Place your left ankle to the right thigh and pick that up without using your hands. Get the figure 4 to come up and then reach for it, holding the outer right thigh and reaching for the inner right thigh. And then you can do all the things. You can rock a little side to side or circle. So I'm bringing the right knee in toward the right shoulder, gently pushing the left knee away from the left shoulder. Okay, stay with the breath. And now hug your knees to your chest. Give your knees a little squeeze. Move them around in little circles. And the other way. We're going to rock and roll up to sit. If you can't rock and roll up to sit, you can go to your side first and then come up to sit. Okay. One little touch of core strength and balance. Hold the back of your thighs. Lift up your feet and try to balance. Push the thigh forward into your hands. Here, and we're going to try to balance one moment here in boat, arms forward. See if you can balance. Lift the eyes up a little, squeeze the knees together. 3, 2, 1, sit. Okay. Left leg goes straight and pull the right foot in and then take the right foot over the other side of the left thigh, and we'll bring the left elbow around the knee and twist to the right. Upright twist to the right. Really press the left hip down, and you can look back over the right shoulder. So my right hand, the fingertips point behind me. It just helps the right shoulder to open more. And if it makes sense to you, the right fingertips can wipe toward, I'm wiping toward the window, and that causes a little more rotation to the right. Okay. Right leg goes straight. Other side, left knee in, cross it, or take the foot, cross it over the thigh, sit up as tall as you can. Hold the knee, start the twist to the left, gazing back behind you. Now this opposite, my right hip is staying down and back. I'm wiping the fingers this way toward you, energetically to twist just a little deeper. Mouth closed, breathing. Okay, so we'll come out of that. Final poses. We're going to hug the knees, roll down. I'm going to keep the knees together. Move the legs up, Viparita Karani, so just a moment to invert the body. I'm pushing the thighs a bit forward so my lower core connects in a nice stabilizing way. And I'll let that go. Your hands can relax. This is a pose that I like to often say in the shorter practices, if you have more time, you could stay longer past the video. You could stay at a wall with this. You could also do it later in the day again. For now, we're going to bend the knees, take a breath in, and release to a moment of embodied rest where you can just let your body start to absorb this practice and some of the new pathways in the body that you're creating. See if you can feel the back of your skull for a moment of release. The back of the hands relaxed. The eyes steady. We're going to animate fingertips and toes. Hug the knees to the chest. Roll to your side. Taking your time, we'll come up and sit. Okay. So notice how your body feels as you come to complete a simple practice here. Coming back to the basics, the foundations. Notice your breathing. We're going to bring our palms together right in front of the heart, and we will close with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thanks, yogis. Thank you. So if you're new, if you keep doing the same video sometimes, several times, that can be a really interesting practice for the body to open and then try a new one and learn a new pose, sequence, repeat several times. And eventually your body instinct memory will start to really evolve, and we'll keep hopefully doing these practices together. All right, thank you so much for being here. Namaste.